Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
After 5 days of testimony, both the prosecution and defense now have rested in the trial of James Crumbley. Closing arguments set to begin in about 30 minutes from now. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. I'm Jason Colthorne.
And I'm Damon Fernandez in for Rhonda Walker. Now, prosecutors called over a dozen witnesses in the last 5 days. The defense just called one. And at the end of it all, James Crumbley decided he would not testify.
Is it your decision to testify, or is your decision to remain silent?
It is my decision to remain silent.
Let's bring in Sean Lay, who was in the courtroom today. And Sean, boy, this certainly has the hallmarks of possibly lessons learned from a previous trial here.
Could be, because Jennifer Crumbley, as you point out, Jason, did testify, and the juror foreperson in the Jennifer Crumbley trial said it did not help her. It definitely hurt her in her case. What you were hearing there was out of the jury's view. The jury was taken out of Judge Matthews' courtroom, and then Judge Matthews asked if there was anything else, and then the attorney for James Crumbley, Mariel Lehman, said, do you understand all the proceedings we just had, and is it your choice not to testify? And he said, clear, strong voice, it is my choice not to testify. And as you point out, there was one witness called today for the defense's case, one witness. It was James Crumbley's sister.
Let me start with this. Do you know James Crumbley?
Of course, yes.
How do you know him?
He is my brother.
This is Karen Crumbley, sister of James Crumbley, her nephew Crumbley's son, the Oxford school shooter. Karen Crumbley here from her home in Florida, her testimony lasting just a few minutes, mainly leading up to the school shooting in November of 2021. She saw her brother and his son twice that year, once in April in Florida, once in Oxford in June of 2021.
Did you observe anything concerning with your nephew between June of 21 and, we'll say, November 30th of 2020?
No.
If there had been anything concerning that you had observed, what would you have done?
I would have addressed it, and if I would have known anything, I would have talked to him, I would have took him home with me if there was any kind of inclination that anything was wrong.
All right, back here live. Closing arguments, both sides, prosecution and defense, begin in fewer than 30 minutes here. And bottom line, one witness called for the defense of James Crumbley. But keep in mind, guys, that Mariel Lehman, the attorney for James Crumbley, cross-examined every single prosecution witness and did make points that she wanted to make during that. So only one witness called. She rests her case. If you remember in the Jennifer Crumbley trial, Shannon Smith, Jennifer Crumbley's attorney, called no witnesses and rested her case. So this is where we're at right now. And we heard Crumbley say it's his choice not to take the witness stand. Back to you.
All right, Sean, thank you. Now, we want to remind you, we are streaming the entire James Crumbley trial on your Local 4 Plus all day. Be sure to check in right at 12:30 for when closing arguments begin. Now, you can scan the QR code that's on your screen to get you to Local 4 Plus.
An update now on a story we brought you last night at 11. Local 4 has learned it was a 23-year-old motorcyclist from Farmington Hills that was killed in just an ugly crash in Detroit.
Yeah, that crash happened just before 9 o'clock on the eastbound lanes of I-96 near Scotton Street. Police say the victim was driving a motorcycle at a high speed when he rear-ended a Ford Fusion. That caused the Fusion's driver to lose control and then hit another vehicle. Police say the family of the motorcyclist has been notified. And we're looking to learn more about an ongoing death investigation in Monroe. It's all unfolding in a wooded area near South Dixie Highway in Dunbar. We have calls to police to find out exactly what's going on. We have seen officers collecting pieces of evidence and placing them in bags. There's also a boat in Lake Monroe helping with that investigation. We'll let you know when we learn more about this one.
The House has passed a bill that could lead to a nationwide ban on the popular app TikTok. The bill passed both Republican and Democratic support, and it now heads to the Senate. President Biden says he would sign it into law if it makes it to his desk. TikTok's parent company ByteDance would have 5 months to sell the China-linked social media platform if this bill becomes law. If ByteDance doesn't do that, the bill would then make it illegal for TikTok to be available for download in your app store.
Well, today is 313 Day in Detroit, and Local 4 is inviting you to our celebration. We're honoring the heart and soul of Detroit by hosting a celebration at Valade Park on the riverfront. There's a full list of performers on clickondetroit.com for today. The fun gets underway at 3:13 p.m. and goes on until 7 p.m. This morning, we heard from Mark Wallace with the Detroit Riverfront Conservancy about what this means for the city.
It's a moment of pride, and that's why we live in Detroit, because we like being around other people. And for far too long, people lived on their own block, and everybody stayed in their houses. These are places that bring people together. The riverfront is a magnet that brings everyone together. We're so excited for people to celebrate and really spend the time with what's best about Detroit, which is the other people and the riverfront.
And the whole event is free, so stop by and enjoy.
I think we put all this together, and yet we came up with a perfect forecast for it too. It's just, you come out there, it's gonna be awesome. Ron's in for Ashley today with just this gorgeous forecast.
What up, though, Ron?
Jason Devon, what up, though? It doesn't get much better than this for outdoor activities. Now, I know there's some cons to having temperatures this warm when it's still winter, but hey, here you have it, a beautiful view up Woodward. You see New Center, you can see the Fisher Building way up there. 63 right now in Detroit and in Ann Arbor, 61 for both Port Huron and Monroe. We are on our way to the upper 60s to around 70 degrees. The record high for today, 73. All right, here's what's happening. Clouds and radar. Clear skies for the most part, a few clouds out there, partly cloudy conditions otherwise, until we get later on this afternoon when there's a chance of a very spotty shower popping up across the area, with most of us staying dry out there. So here's what we have. Chance of a spotty shower this afternoon, evening, and then things are pretty quiet overnight. Tomorrow, we have a much better chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Some of those could potentially have some gusty winds. So today, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms. I want to go ahead and remind you, for the latest weather and for the exact Track 4D radar, download the 4Warn Weather app. We're going to have more coming up.
All right, Ron. Now to the growing fears. The ongoing chaos and unrest in Haiti could spiral further out of control following the sudden resignation of the country's prime minister.
Yeah, there's a push right now to form a new government in the country that's been overrun by violent gangs. Marissa Para has the latest.
Terror in the streets of Haiti, fueled by the gang rule that has left the people who live there paralyzed by fear.
They hear gunshots in the streets in many neighborhoods of Port-au-Prince, and they see dead bodies in the street.
Amid some of the worst violence the country has ever seen, Prime Minister Ariel Henry has answered calls for his resignation, announcing his plan to step down after a council is put in place to find his replacement. But the transition is unlikely to be easy. Gangs have banded together, taking control of the country. That's notorious gang leader Jimmy Cherizier, known as Barbecue, calling this the start of a bloody revolution against an apartheid system. With airports shut down, evacuation is one of the only ways out. American author Mitch Albom was visiting the orphanage he runs when he quickly found himself stranded.
The airports were closed, the ports were closed, the roads were closed, the borders were closed, and suddenly we had no way out.
Albom was one of the lucky ones, evacuated by helicopter. Now calls to stabilize the country without escalating violence intensifying. Kenya pausing plans to deploy 1,000 police officers to help stifle the violence. Critics say it's time for outside nations to step back.
We have never let them choose their leaders. The U.S. needs to give them space, just one time. That's all they're asking.
But as fuel, medicine, and food supplies dwindle, a humanitarian crisis is growing.
I'm ringing the alarm bell because you have this baseline level of hunger that's already very high, and this is worsening things even more.
Without a clear path to peace or a timeline for transition, humanitarian organizations fear time isn't on their side.
If it takes that long, you're worried it'll cost people lives.
Yes, this is going to cost more lives of the most vulnerable people.
And that was Marissa Para reporting. Gang violence continues to hamper access in Haiti by air, land, and sea. And aid agencies are warning that the country will run out of key medicine, food, and supplies in just a few weeks.